Do you like to be popular? Do you like to have other people remember you with pleasure and look forward to seeing you with anticipation? Then take this tip. Remember to...
I'm sorry, I didn't get your first three questions there. Would you repeat them, please?
Do you like to be popular?
Yes.
Or do you like to have people remember you with pleasure?
Yes.
Do you like to have people look forward to seeing you with anticipation?
Yes.
Then take this tip. Remember to remember your friends and loved ones with a box of delicious Cynthia Sweets chocolates.
Yeah.
They make a hit every time. You'll find Cynthia Sweets chocolates at your favorite candy counter or drugstore, and you'll recognize them easily by their distinctive, colorful packages.
And their friendly, good night, and won't you have a caramel?
For instance, Cynthia Sweets have just introduced a wonderful new package with a gay floral motif, temptingly packed with over 40 chocolates to the pound. You'll find all your favorite flavors in this new Cynthia Sweets package: rich honey nougats, smooth caramels made with fresh creamery butter, orange, lemon, and raspberry creams with that melt-in-your-mouth real fruit flavor, plus many, many more, too numerous to mention. But why don't you see for yourself? It's just $1.10 a pound at all fine local drug and candy stores. You'll agree Cynthia Sweets chocolates are a family treat, a delight to eat.
See, I just had a call while you were not around here in the last half hour from Irving Gutlin, who runs the Music Nook out there.
Never heard of him.
He said after his plug yesterday he had 10 or 15 calls, several sales. Now, look, friends, that isn't what we want.
No.
That's not what he's with us for.
What is he with us for, Bob?
Mere goodwill.
Oh, sure.
He doesn't want to sell anything.
No. Don't you believe us?
The
He
mere
sure
fact
does.
that he stocks all those music items, that's secondary.
It's
The main
beside
thing
the
is
point, certainly.
Goodwill is the big thing. And here's Goodwill now.
Hello, everybody.
Hi, Will.
Hello.
What have you been doing on this snowy December
I've
day?
been snubbling the show
been
along
what?
the sidewalk.
Been what?
Snubbling the show a little bit.
You weren't here for rehearsal, so I can readily
No, and I'm
realize.
caught without my glasses, too, and I'm reading upside down, as you can gather.
Well, of course, those are pretty important points here in this little game called radio.
How does this little game called radio come out? Who wins?
Well, we win as long as we have things like Arthur Godfrey doing things like this on our program.
Sure.
Chesterfield satisfy women and men. Chesterfield over and over again. Milder, much milder, all smokers agree. Always buy Chesterfield's ABC.
Now I'll just put down my ukulele and say again that I think this is the best radio program on the air on any independent station or any network.
You don't have to say that to us, Arthur. It's all right.
We know it, Art.
Sure.
Well, I just wanted you fellas to know, that's all.
Well, thanks a lot.
You gonna sing anything today?
Well, we had made a few elusive plans. Yes.
We hadn't really decided on anything definite. I thought, Ray, we might work out an arrangement on Johnson Rag if we got the words and the music someday.
Well, it's something to think about.
It's
certainly.
one of my favorite songs, fellas, too.
Jack Teeter and his Sturley brought that back. Didn't
Well,
they?
they
Weren't
brought
they
it
the
back
ones
with a big
responsible?
bang. Sure, Jack Teeter.
But I can remember the Johnson Rag, excuse me, when Russ Morgan made a recording of it a long time ago with no words, but now everyone wants words to it.
Well, Jack Lawrence added the words to that great
Of
song.
course, he wrote the original melody, too.
He did, huh?
He and Franz Leha.
That's so. I didn't know they had gotten together on that, but it's nice to know it.
Well, see, let me see.
Well, I guess you don't need me anymore, fellas, huh?
You're right. You're so right, sir. What do you do with your old ties, Arthur?
Well, I have been going without neckties lately, you know.
Oh, you have? That's right. You've gone sturdily.
I like to come in kind of informally and independently.
What do you mean by that?
Well, I got to catch a plane back to New York, fellas. I'll see you.
I've got a late bulletin for you. There'll be no planes this afternoon. At least I wouldn't think so.
Well,
Of course,
I
I
better
don't know.
start walking right away then.
Yeah, I would presume as much.
Why don't we have a song?
Thanks for asking me, Bob.
Okay.
I'd like to sing a little thing here.
No, I meant Ken and Bill. I thought maybe they'd like to play something.
Oh, well, that's different.
Bill! More people have bought Chevrolets than any other car for 20 consecutive years.
Yes.
And with the beautiful new 1951 Chevrolet now on display at your nearest Metropolitan Chevrolet dealers, there'll be no change in the picture. Chevrolet leads again, you bet. Adding a host of new features, Chevrolet for 51 is again America's #1 car, America's #1 buy. All of the 27 Metropolitan Chevrolet dealers are now featuring the all-new line of Chevrolets for 1951. See Chevrolet for 1951 at your nearest Metropolitan Chevrolet dealers. Then, and only then, will you appreciate the fact that Chevrolet for 51 is truly new and all the things you want in a motor car.
And as a wonderful finale number for our show today, a special arrangement by Ken and Bill, a song they've been requested not to play. To play.
Wandering. Baby, it's cold outside, and it's time to put antifreeze in the car or truck or tractor. So I'll tell you, ladies, about Nutro. The new Nutro is a scientifically improved permanent antifreeze that you put in your radiator once and then just forget about freeze-ups. Tell your husband to get Nutro for his car or our car. Nutro gives you better, longer-lasting protection. And, ladies, tell Dad it saves money, too, because it doesn't evaporate or boil away. And Nutro, as its name implies, is neutral, absolutely harmless to car finish and mechanical parts. That is, if you're sloppy putting it in. Also, it's anti-rust. Tell Dad it's a good product. Nutro. It's a good product, ladies. It's been tested and approved everywhere, and you get an unconditional guarantee of freeze protection with absolute safety. Yes, you'll be smart if you put in Nutro now and forget about freeze-ups for good. It's Nutro Permanent Antifreeze. N-U-T-R-O. Nutro. Now at your favorite service station or garage. If they don't have Nutro, call Arnco Auto Supply. Highlands 2, 6420. Highlands 2, 6420. Or the Lincoln Oil Company, Boston.
Now, the life and loves of Linda Lovely. It's late afternoon as we look in at Linda's small house in River's Mouth. She seems to be alone in the living room as a crackling fire burns in the hearth. She speaks to herself.
Oh, Linda. Linda, do you realize that you're on the brink of great things?
Linda, you realize you're sitting too close to the edge of that chair?
Oh, yes. Thank you, Uncle Eugene.
It's all right. I'll be right down.
I wonder where David is ever since he went out.
I'm right here, Linda.
Oh, David. Thank goodness you're back.
I've been standing here behind the sofa all along.
What were you doing behind the sofa, my darling?
Looking at it.
You mean, David?
I spend hours each day looking at the sofa.
Oh, David,
the
you're
rug.
a rock.
And the rocking chair bequeathed to you by your dying grandmother.
Requesting grandmother.
Hey, Dave, you're awful close to the edge of that sofa, you know. I know, Uncle Eugene.
Oh, David.
By the way, where's Uncle Earl? He's up here with me, too. Say hello, Uncle Earl. Hello, Eugene.
You see, they both sound alike, you late tuna-rinners.
They're both twins, you know.
Oh, my darling David. Home with a wallet full of loot.
Linda, I stopped off at the Romney Tea Room today.
David, I told you not to do that. I
Well,
thought you'd been when you came in.
I haven't had milk toast for so long, I just had to stop at my favorite milk toast spot.
Did you bring home any, David, in a Kleenex?
No, but I did bring you home a surprise.
All right.
Here in this box here.
You mean?
Yes, a tiny Tim Tin teddy bear.
Oh, David!
For Christmas gift giving.
Oh, my darling. I wish all our
What did you
listeners...
say that was, Dave? A tiny Tim Tin teddy bear.
I wish all our listeners...
I'm the only one in the program who can say that.
I wish all our listeners would have one of those things,
Oh,
David.
they're much too expensive, Linda.
Do you think they are?
It would be nice if all of your friends could receive one of these
Do you
by
think if
return
we-
mail.
If we spoke to the sponsor and had him have all the buyers of his products save up
I believe
things...
the phone is ringing. I'll get it. Hello?
It wasn't
Yes,
ringing.
sponsor.
David.
Oh, you won't.
David, the phone isn't ringing.
He says he won't pay for it.
There it is, David.
Hello, yes, sponsor.
Dropped his glass.
He says no, he won't pay for it.
What?
Goodbye, then. Until the next time, when possibly you may tune in again.
Oh, wait a minute, David. David, come over here. I was looking through the album.
The album?
I never knew you wore sneakers at our wedding.
I had hoped my long spats would cover those up.
Oh, my darling David. You were always so funny.
I still have those
Or,
sneakers.
as Mother used to say, odd.
I still have those sneakers here.
Oh, do you, David? Why don't you run up and put them on?
I
Or
believe I will.
you have them on now, David.
So I do.
David, you're too close to the fire.
Yes, I see what you mean.
You could use a bar of Van Pine soap.
How about that, Billy? Is that okay? Was that good? It will clean everything as I told you. What's
Okay.
your conscience?
All right, David. That voice, it seemed to come from the
Excuse
wall.
me, Linda, our time is up for today.
Huh?
We'll have to cut this episode short today.
Oh, you know better.
Right.
Or best, as the case may be.
Listen tomorrow for the next chapter of Linda Lovely, presented by... Well, it could be Kendall Soapine.
Tomorrow, you'll hear a police officer say to Bob and Ray, "You're under arrest."
That's tomorrow on the life and loves of Linda Lovely.
Sure, Tool, go ahead, let's have one, for goodness sakes.
15, 15, 15, Soapine, 15 once, Soapine, 15 twice, Soapine, sold. Sold at the amazing low price of 15 cents to the thrifty housewife who wants to save money on wash day soap and still have the whitest, brightest, cleanest washes in town. That soap is Soapine, Soapine, your biggest wash day bargain. Buy one package of Soapine at the regular price, and with it, get a second, an extra package for only 15 cents. Pay your grocer the regular price for the first package. Get the second one for only 15 cents. Think of it. Buy a dozen packages while this big bargain offer lasts. Save money. Get cleanest washes. Ask for, reach for, the big red, white, and blue packages of Soapine. 15, 15, 15, Soapine. 15 once, Soapine.
16.
Shut up.
That was supposed to be faded out before he got to 16.
Incidentally, we're all thinking over about Soapine and so forth, and thought it'd be a good idea for you to go out and buy a whole flock of it.
Right, buy 100 or 200 cartons of it.
Buy instead of a turkey for Thanksgiving.
In place of that, sure.
Well,
Some people may not go along with that idea, but
Bob, hold on to the edge of your seat. We have another commercial right along.
I think there's a train coming in.
I believe you're right.
Here they come! Picksweet frozen fresh Ford Hook Lima beans for only 35 cents in a 12-ounce package. And listen to this. Picksweet shells 2.5 pounds of these delicious, tender, all-green Ford Hook Lima beans to bring you this 12-ounce package.
Only 35 cents? Well, at that price, I must get several packages.
Yes, and at the same time, also get 2 other frozen foods that are being featured. One is a 16-ounce package of Picksweet frozen fresh red raspberries. The other is a 16-ounce package of Picksweet frozen fresh squash. Remember, all Picksweet frozen foods are picked sweet. Stay sweet.
Oh,
Wow.
that's all there is to it.
Sounds very interesting to me, and certainly will want to try that myself.
I believe we have time for a few questions for our question man who is here today. This first listener would like to know, in climbing a mountain, do I have to go up?
The Swanee River was written by Stephen Foster at Bardstown, Kentucky.
And the final question we have, I was riding along by a golf course the other day and saw little men walking around hitting golf balls.
The sky is always blue.
That's all the time we have, I think, for your questions. Do you have any more answers to squeeze in?
No, I don't. In fact, I don't have any time to do anything right now except wrap up all these rough edges and put it in cellophane and offer it for sale.
Right.
So if you like this little package, friends, of nothing, simply send a postcard with the word nothing on it, and you'll receive nothing by return mail.
Or-
Pay the postman nothing.
Get the big economy 2-pound size of nothing. It'll last you for years.
You'll have nothing on hand then.
when friends drop in.
I guess that's about all the time we have, except to remind everyone that this public service feature is presented every day at 1 o'clock, except on Sundays when it isn't. So check your newspapers again.
We won't be heard next Wednesday morning at 10:15.
No. Fred Cole will be giving the weather forecast. Bill Green played the piano. There was the great Wilson at the organ. Charlie Burgoyne, our engineer. Thanks again, Billy B. Van, for coming up and gracing our program.
Matinee with Bob and Ray is the name of the feature. All material has been copyrighted. You don't need much time, do you?
No, just sign off. What kind of...
All
is this all I have to
material,
read?
that's all you have.
Oh,
You
let's
can
give it a
stretch
big
that to
plug. I like the
45
young man
seconds.
that does this little
He
program.
writes a nice plug. I've read a lot of his stuff, and I predict he'll go far. I wish he would.
This is WHDH in Boston.
Close in 5 minutes.